Welcome back, Warriors. Today we have something special for you guys. Something happened this weekend,
Yep.
and I think we need to talk about it. I don't know if anybody else has been there, and we'll get to you, Warrior Waldo, here in a second.
Okay.
It's the entitlement of some people. The entitlement of some people, and this is a Wookie rant, and I understand you guys probably want to just click off this right now. I'll start it off real quick. Um, th- this woman that I heard on the radio, and though I've never experienced exactly this, it just blew my mind. She went out on a date with some other lovely gentlemen. She also did not pay for anything, as the story goes. They both had a good time, and at the end of the night, she gave this gentleman a letter in a nice envelope. Seems all right. He gets home, opens up the envelope, and it's a bill. It's a bill for him for her makeup, her Uber ride,
Unbelievable.
her outfit. Now, Warrior Waldo, again, it blows my mind. Can you make any sense of this?
Make any sense of it?
That might be a bad
No,
question.
you can't make any sense of it. But I'm maybe not. When you first told me about it, I was a little blown away. But as I start to think about today's society, maybe I shouldn't be as shocked as that happened.
Yeah.
Okay. Uh, I'm old, so chivalry, I still think is I'm ingrained with it.
Sure.
Whereas most of your, your more enlightened, or maybe even feminist women are kind of like take chivalry as an insult.
Or a
It,
weakness. Yeah, definitely. Like, but why? Sorry.
no, I mean, so when I go out on a date, I'm already prepared to pay for everything. I'll pay for the dinner. I'll pay for the movie. I'll pay for the drinks. I don't mind. I like doing that. I like opening doors for women. I like, every once in a while, if I think about it, I'll pull her a chair for her, even though I know she's perfectly capable of pulling out her own fucking chair. Excuse me. Excuse my French. I know she's capable of pulling out her own chair. That's not the point. Okay? That's just the way I was ingrained. But, Warrior Wookie, sending a pay me bill
I,
because to pay for her, I think you told me it was her outfit, her makeup, everything she did to get prepared for the date.
for the date.
She is like, in her mind, and I think this is a lot of women's mind in today's culture, they believe that I'm doing you a favor by going out with you. And you should show your appreciation by paying for not just everything during the day, but everything I did to prepare for the date. It sounds outlandish, but I believe this is an indication of a bigger problem about entitlement. Me and you have talked about entitlement
Sure,
before,
Warriors, check out those videos.
and we deep dive into it. To me, even though we deep dive into it, this took it to another level, and you saw my reaction when you first told me about it. But now, as I sit here and I think deeper into it, this is this is how people are being ingrained to think that we are. You should be so grateful that we agreed to go on a date with you,
So
that
kind.
you should be willing to pay for the fact that we did you this favor, and you should cover all the costs, including her outfit, her Uber bill. Meanwhile, the guy, he's not asking for reimbursement. Warrior Wookie, just imagine for a second if we were to do the same thing to them. A pay me bill for the gas it cost me to go to the date, our outfit, the dinner, the drinks, the movie, the gas to go back home. Can you imagine how the feminist side of the world would react if we had the audacity to do that? Can you even possibly imagine that?
No, I'm more like yourself. I go into a date thinking I'm going to be paying for things.
And it's fine.
I mean, okay, maybe people can say it's more traditional, blah blah blah. Okay, whatever. But it seems like me and my money situation is good enough to where, you know, the girl doesn't have to worry about what's going on. It blows my mind how we hear about things on dating shows and just our own experiences in dating, and then we have these individuals of a certain age. Maybe it's the generation, the Zoomers or something. I don't know what the 18 to 25 bracket.
I
currently.
kind of agree with you on that.
I just, if I'm going in and saying, hey, do you want to, you know, can I take you out? I'm thinking I'm going to pay for the dinner.
You made the approach. You put yourself
Sure.
in the position to possibly be rejected. I don't think the other sex understands that, or even they say, well, women should be able to ask men out now. That shows our empowerment. But they don't actually do it. It's still us making the approach. It's still us, risking the rejection. And they will take it as far as saying, oh my God, these men are pigs. They're always approaching me.
Yeah. Oh, I'm giving you the eye.
Until the guy who approaches her may be hot enough or may make enough money because he rolled up in a Benz or something. And they're like, you know what? This guy's worth a chance. I'm not going to be such a you-know-what to him because look what he has to offer. I want so much to flip the script. It will never happen because they literally don't have the balls, but figuratively don't have the balls or the guts to be the ones to make the approach and risk rejection.
Right.
I've always heard the phrase that men get rejected initially, women get rejected the next day. What do I mean by that? Man approaches woman. Hi, how are you? Blah, blah, blah. Gets rejected. We get cut down. You know, if they go, hi, how are you? Then you know what? That's good. I got a couple more minutes to, hopefully get more attention from her. But she may take one look at you and tell you to go to F away. Fine. What do I mean by women get rejected the next day? And this is where guys probably are kind of you-know-whats toward women. A-holes. Thank you. Men get what they want. They have the money, they have the looks, they have the game, whatever, to get her in the bed that night. And sorry, women, if you're putting out on the first night, don't ask men to respect you, because whether you think it's fair or not, they're not going to. But say she does. He leaves the next morning and never hears from him again. So they got rejected the next day because the guy got what he wanted.
And that's all he wanted.
Right.
But then we as the males are buttholes for ghosting them when it was just, in our mind, that's all we wanted for the night. We wanted the night. We didn't want a relationship or whatever.
You call us the buttholes, but it's the same thing. It's just, it's rejection 12 hours later. It's the same thing. Don't, all we're, the entitlement thing just blows my mind. I think we did another video about, where we talked about self-respect and all that. Have themselves, we called it sign. It has something to do with
sign language lines. Videos.
Yes, that's a great video. We really deep dive into that. But and women, I think, will fight back. Well, if a man sleeps with a woman the night of, they're not called a slut, but a woman is a slut. And you know what? Maybe there is a double standard there. But why do you feel rejected the next day if you're cool with it? Why do you feel like the guy sleeps with you and ghosts you after? Why do you feel so rejected if it's okay for your one-night stands? Because it's the same thing. But this entitlement, when you told me about this radio station,
and it may have been fake, It may have been. I don't know. It was on the radio, but
If you remember when we talked about it, I thought maybe it was fake. But now the more I think about it in today's society, no. I think
kind
maybe
of tracks.
she genuinely believes that she was entitled to this stuff because that's what she's been exactly. So now that I've thought about it more, I'm like, well, you know what? That's where we are today. Entitlement. Entitlement. And I'm tired of it. I'm so tired of it.
Like if you want 100% person, 100% man, 100% woman, but usually it's for the man. I understand hypergamy. You have to. There are things that go in with that. You can't find a rich man that doesn't do anything. You can't
Yeah.
find a good man who won't cheat on you and has tons of money because, well, y'all can do the math. It just where where do we get through to the other side? Like you and I can be talking about this all day. We can be saying women do this and we need you to, like, we could give all sorts of prescriptive solutions to this, but at the same time, in the back of their mind, they wanted the date too. They wanted the after party too. They wanted a relationship. Oh, wait a minute, the guy doesn't. But now all the other guys that she will then date, oh, I don't really gonna pick up a guy at a bar because one guy left me. One guy left you, or ghosted you, or whatever. I mean, don't make me pay for all your baggage that you got from somebody else.
Right.
Like,
But the one guy who ghosted her, she chooses, or maybe just doesn't remember the 100 guys she rejected the
yes,
time before.
yes.
To her, men are the a-holes because that one time she finally reciprocated, you know, this guy proved to me that he is worth my attention, and he goes you the next day. Oh my God, men are a-holes, men are pigs, men are this. They only want this, they only want that. The 100 guys she rejected before, usually rudely. I mean, just like, thank you, nice talking to you, have a nice night. Just being a total princess about it. Yeah, it didn't cross her mind then. That's why I feel, guess how much sympathy I feel?
Goose egg.
Goose egg. Zero, zero sympathy.
Well, thank you, Warriors, for seeing us. We are, as I've stated earlier in the video, we are now not only happy to say, but we are now overjoyed that we have J. Ritchie Productions as a sponsor. Check
Great stuff.
their stuff out on SoundCloud. If Warrior Peter can figure out how to put that into the description, Peter, do your job. We can get you guys over to there.
Super talented.
Great music,
Super
very
talented.
upbeat, pretty happy. You have our endorsement, but we're two yahoos, so who knows. Again, everybody, from all of us to all of you, thank you so much for listening.